Daphne loved him too. You could tell these chicks yearn to be next to him. Now, love might look differently for a lot of people. You might be like, well, it's not natural, true love. They're trying to be number one in his life to have access to these things that they really want. Hey, I'm just saying what love is. I think these chicks loved him. Yeah, I just think they loved him. Like, I mean, do you really think Cassie didn't love him at all for 11 years? Come on, Chad.
Don't free
like,
the
two things
diddler.
can be true at once. Like, I think Cassie was down with the get down. Also, here's the thing. I think Cassie did all that shit out of love. Now she's trying to flip it like she was coerced. She did it out of love. Cassie's the type of chick, she says she don't do threesomes, but she know you like threesomes. She do a threesome for you. When you get mad at her, she said, I ain't wanna do nothing with that girl. You made me fuck her. I said, baby, that was your idea. You say you want to give me a birthday present. That's the type of chick Cassie is. But Cassie loves
He say, baby, that was your
I just think she did all the things out of love.
He say, baby, that was your idea. You say you want to give me a birthday present. Let's see. Let's go back. All this is live. I can't believe. Well, we knew the Diddy thing was major, and it would have a live. They skipped right past what I was trying to get to. Sin and Sin City, Las Vegas couple killed on live after YouTube beef.
Cassie loves. Let me tell you this.
They skipping
Cassie's
right past
not-
what I'm trying to get to. That's crazy. This bimbo still on live. Remy my freaks out. Oh, shit. Man, nobody care. Let's see if I can go catch it this way. Not there, right here. I'm trying to get here, go right here. Their live coverage. I must went on a break or something. Maybe this wasn't the one I was watching. Matter of fact, I know what to do. Let's do this. Let's go down to history. This one I was watching. Oh, it's CNN. That's Lauren crying.
Her husband or with her partner is being trafficked. Anytime she leaves and goes on a vacation she doesn't want to go on, anytime she does a task she doesn't want to do, anytime she has sex when she
So
doesn't
this
wanna
entire
have
case
it,
is about
even
how
if the
freaky
threat is not physical.
Diddy is. Everybody love 50 Shades of Grey, but when Diddy is the main character in 50 Shades of Gay, everybody flames him for it. Are there any Diddy tapes?
And if the threat is emotional,
Don't let P. Diddy out of
that,
jail.
by this standard, would be.
What does it say right here?
That's a husband who could be charged by SDNY or whatever their local U.S. Attorney's office is.
Of untrue
for
things. I
trafficking of another
started my
female. To be
comments
clear,
more so speaking
could
about the
charge
girl
a
who
spouse
he
with
adopted
rape.
when she was a kid.
Consent is not
I can't.
gone away if the person is
Much
married
honesty
to you. But
about
your point
grown
is larger that.
Yeah, what's up with that? I might have missed it. Where that girl that he adopted, that white girl, he had that weird video. I wonder if they brought her
idea
in
of not wanting to participate in an activity could be elevated to sexual trafficking.
into the conversation. You ain't see her going to court.
I'm not saying that it should be.
Sure.
And actually,
Like, I ain't see her attending court with the rest of his daughters. She considered his daughter. Why she ain't going to court with them? Like, I ain't seen her walk to court with King, Justin, or the twins.
think that it is. I don't think that we're meeting the legal standard for coercion here. But what I am saying is, based on the arguments that are being made, that can be carried to every household, and it's not just force or coercion or because I love him. It's money. It's okay. Well, then leave. It's I won't pay the mortgage. It's I won't pay the kids' tuition. It's I won't pay the car note. It's you better go to work. I work. I pay the bills. You work in this bed. People,
That's blackmail.
women all over this country are living that horrid reality. And yes, it's domestic violence. Yes, it may be rape. Yes, it may be all other manner of assault that is criminal, given whatever the statute is. But does that mean that that husband is a trafficker? Does that mean that if that husband has means, or if all he has is 2 pickup trucks and some land, that because he has some sort of means that it's now trafficking because he uses it? If they bring drugs in the house, I mean, all of these things are actually happening, not just with this one case, but all over this country and all over the world. So my concern is that this prosecution is stretching because they couldn't get what they should have been able to get, maybe because the time expired. They're stretching to get what they think they can.
I want to hear your reaction quickly, both of you.
Well, I was struck more by some of the details. I mean, for example, she asked that these people she didn't want to have sex with would at least use condoms, and he said no. I think
At times he said yes.
At times he said no, but I mean, she got UTIs. She became sick, and because of this, and I think it shows the jury that he thought so little of her that he wouldn't even take care of her health. That his pleasure was more important than her health, and I think that will go a long way with the jury.
I wonder who he
Well,
talking
I
about.
think there's something to the points that were made about, you know, how expansive the human trafficking definition may be to these prosecutors. That's going to be an issue for jury instructions and for the jury determinations. They're the ones that are going to have to decide, has the state met its burden, the government met its burden in this case. And I think that we're going to see a real pivot away from kind of the emotional and kind of the horrific details that we've been hearing, some of which are helping their credibility by being that detailed, into a more classic RICO case in the next week with different types of testimony.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Bianca Rodriguez in for Frederico Whitfield. We begin this hour with another shocking day in court at Sean Diddy Combs' sex trafficking trial. The jury hearing from another ex-girlfriend Friday. The woman testifying under the pseudonym of Jane gave explosive details alleging she endured multiple drug-fueled sex parties known as hotel nights or freak-offs at the direction of Combs. Jurors also heard audio messages from the music mogul, including this one after the two allegedly had an argument.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I really don't know what's going on with you, but I just want to just give you a heads up that I'm about to really disappear on you. You feel me? I'm not going to be playing these games with you at all, at all. So I don't know, you think you silent treating me, and you think I'm going to be, nah. You'll have a rude awakening. You'll just have silence. And ain't nobody threatening you, and I ain't trying to go back and forth with no woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I ain't got no time for no games. Where my life is at right now, I don't have no time for no games, baby girl. Me and you can be mad, I can have a spat, we can have whatever. Then after that, you better get on your job. That's really, that's all it is. Cause you got me on my job. Nah, it ain't never gonna work like that over here. You know what I'm saying? I was trying not to leave this message, but you have left me no choice. So either you go in the direction of like moving on like that, or you like just like have me just keep moving. Ain't no threat, I'm just being clear. I can't do this with you every time you get upset.
CNN correspondent Kara Scannell brings us the details from outside the courthouse.
Sean Combs' former girlfriend was testifying under the pseudonym Jane, was on the stand all day Friday. In emotional testimony, she told the jury about how she'd taken several trips to New York, Miami, Turks and Caicos under the promise of romantic weekends with Combs. She said she thought they might go shopping and out to dinner, but she said in every one of those trips, it turned into those hotel nights where they used drugs and she had sex with other men. She told the prosecutor that she never would have gone on the trips to Turks and Caicos if she knew that that was going to happen. This all fits into the prosecution's theory of the case that she was sex trafficked by fraud, by these promises that they say were never meant to happen. They were just intended to lure her into having sex with these men in the hotels. They also showed the jury a text message that she sent Combs in 2023 where she said she didn't want to have these hotel nights anymore. She texts Combs, "I feel like it's the only reason why you have me around and why you pay for the house." Because Combs is paying $10,000 a month for the home she lives in, and he's still currently paying that rent. Jane also testified.
Man, I know who this is now. Wow. Wow. 2 quarters and to take a loss. All it took was 2 quarters to take a loss. And look at this lane. Straight lane. I got you. I got you. Watch this. I got y'all. And he was doing all that talking. Now you take an L. Here go your L. He was all smittens. Is it hold on. Is this why you was pumping that agenda about Diddy so hard? Like, is this why you were so full force with this Diddy thing? Cause now the broad that you was smitten over. This is Jane. This is Jane right here. Hold on, I got y'all. Hold on. This is Jane right here. This is who they talking about. It's going by the name Jane, and they like trying to use her, some little form of an alias or whatever while she on the stand. Let me bring this into view for y'all. This is Jane right here. This individual that this lane was smitten over. Yeah, that's right. It was 50 Cent baby mama. That's who P. Diddy is paying $10,000 a month, paying her rent. He had her around like, they using the word sex slave, so we'll just say that. But basically, he brought her into the world just to, you know what I'm saying? That's who they talking about. I ain't gonna say what he brought her for or whatever. I'm gonna let them say it. But when they talk about Jane, you see this nigga 50 Cent, who he photographing? That's who the broad is. He has a child by her. Let's go back and let them finish what they were saying. But that's the individual that they keep calling Jane on the stand.
To the jury that Combs had asked her to travel with drugs that she'd arranged with his security and his personal assistant to bring a package to Miami, and that was her traveling with those drugs for Combs. Another part of this case is the transportation for prostitution. That's one of the counts in the charges. She testified that she helped arrange travel with one of Combs's travel agents to move some of these men to meet up with them for these hotel nights. Now, Jane is expected to be on the witness stand for most of next week, and testimony resumes on Monday. Kara Scannell, CNN, New York.
Well, thanks to Kara for that report.
I feel like all this was disclosed before the trial, and that's why that's why 50 was going at Diddy so much. Like, that's why he was just full on blasting Diddy with any chance he get, trying to expose him, trying to do. But at the same time, it's like, hold on. Okay, he's. I feel like that's why he went at him so much. But it's at the same time, it's like, if you was pushing this agenda for him to be exposed, didn't you think, or did you know that your baby mom would be caught in the crossfire behind this?
I'm joined now by Michael Bachner, criminal defense attorney and former Manhattan Assistant District Attorney. In the 2001 trial, he represented Anthony Jones, Diddy's co-defendant.
Let's go back to it. I want to see what Act got to say.
Nah, she old too. My bad, not old, but like, you get what I'm saying? She 28. So last year should have been 27. Well, a 27-year-old chick is old as fuck to a girl, young as fuck to a girl who's 37. You know how that go.
Mm-hmm.
You do love them Vietnamese looking joints, don't you? She got Instagram? Page managed by Mama. What's Mama's Instagram? What's Mama's Instagram? Does anybody know what Dana Tran Instagram is? Oh, this is her? Dana T? I was about to say, she don't got no Instagram. This is the fucking winner. Oh, this is her? Nah, I don't think this is her. They said Diddy was with some girl who's can't even drink. So it's like 1920. Yeah, 1920. All right, we're gonna figure this fucking out. I said he was 25 or more years older. Well, Diddy's 50, so anybody over 25, he's more than 25 years older, you know? I said if a girl can't buy her own drinks, what make you interested in her? I believe she was under 21. What do you think, she was over 18? Jane says yes. I push his head into the marble, so she's arguing with him. Then what? I started throwing candles in glass. I was angry. He was probably cursing and calling me crazy. I wanted to lock myself in the master bedroom. Did he touch you? Not yet. Locked myself in the bedroom, but he kicked it down. Then he kicked down the bathroom door off the hinges. He kicked his way into my closet. I tried to run, but he kicked me and put me in a chokehold.
I couldn't breathe.
This nigga Diddy is diabolical, man.
Why he stopped reading?
Diddy had her in a crippless crossface. This is
They say no 50-year-old should. What is that? No 50-year-old should be dating anyone in their 20s.
A fucking crippless crossface. I can't believe this shit.
Bro, I think I was 30, and it was a broad, like, I think she was 22 or 23, and I told, my coworker, I always mess with the broad, like, you know, just jokey joke. I'm a jokester. And my coworker, she was like, I want to say she was like 43, and I was like, she was like, you like her? I'm like, hell no, she too young for me. I'm 30 years old. She like, no, she 23. That ain't too old. I'm like, man, that's way too old. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? She 23, I'm 30. I'm like, bro, I'm too old for her. It's just the 20 thing. Now, if they in their 30s, that's different. You talking about somebody that's 35 with somebody that's 50. It's different. People in their 20s, they not as mature. Like, I don't know. They say a female, you got to treat them like a 14-year-old. A lot of them just don't mature. But we know the difference between, you know, someone that's immature and someone's mature. Like they say, bitches is immature and ladies is mature. You know what I mean? When someone's acting really immature, screaming and kicking and doing all that, throwing a fit, you know, all in the public, they say you're dealing with a bitch. You know, they say a bitch always got something to say. She ain't gonna mind a man. But a lady, you know, they deal with situations with class.
I can't. This is how this bitch ass nigga Diddy had shorty, man. Right here. This nigga.
Crossface chicken.
This nigga Diddy, man. Diddy.
Nah, that's Benoit.
Nigga, bro.
That's Chris Benoit. What was his move called?
This is how Diddy had shorty. Yo, 50, you better go slide.
He said 50 you better go slide. Keep pumping that on him.
You can't have him having your baby moms like this, gang.
Bro, he already had his baby mom like that. Had his baby mom out there.
Diddy.
That's why he was so butthurt, so sore, and so like against Diddy. Diddy was out there having his way. He might have went about it the wrong way, but he was out there having his way. And 50 couldn't stand that. And that's why that's why he the way he is. See, it be some underlying things going on that people push these agendas. And they want you to side with them to make the other individual lose, lose in their agenda or whatever they trying to push. You know what I mean? And Diddy wasn't even popping this shit. He wasn't popping nothing. He still had all the old ventures. He still, he usually used to have. He had Sean John. He had Ciroc. He had Revoke. What else Diddy products is out there other than Ciroc? I would say his biggest ventures that was still out there before amid this case was Ciroc and Revoke. And people was like coming up with these conspiracies saying that's the reason why they brought these charges, because he wouldn't come off Revoke, and he wouldn't come off Ciroc. They said it was the alcohol, not Revoke. They said it was the alcohol. He wouldn't come off, make a deal for the Ciroc. And then it make you start to wonder with these other artists. I think I said this before. Other artists like Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake sold his catalog. Future sold his catalog. Why would Future sell his catalog out of all people? Like, Future is more relevant than Jay-Z. Jay-Z think he's more in touch with the youth. Fuck no, nigga. Like, bro, you washed up like Lil Wayne. Like, Lil Wayne album that just dropped, like, people are so disappointed about it because he ain't being creative. That's one thing I say about Diddy with his music. He was always recreating himself. Why you think he got so many different names? Brother Love, P. Diddy, what is it? Brother Love, P. Diddy. Did he go by just Diddy for a minute? But first it was Puff Daddy, Puffy Combs. You know, he kept reinventing himself. He came out with, it was Bad Boy in the Family, Diddy Dirty Money. Like, Diddy just kept recreating himself. And that's one thing he would even use that term, like, man, you got to keep recreating yourself. Like, bro, for 50 years, you think you can have the same style for 50 years and have longevity? No. Like, Eminem did it with his tape. You know what I'm saying? With his slew of tapes. He came with the Eminem show. It was just like first it was the Marshall Mathers LP, just a masterpiece. Then the Eminem show is just a work of art. But then when he did that Bad Meets Evil, just the style and rap and how they sandwich their bars. Then he did it again with Marshall Mathers LP2. Like, Lil Wayne just, once he collabed with Gilly and Gilly taught him about the punchline metaphor, he never changed. He never stopped it. He never changed. He's still been doing it. It's just, how long do you think you can do it before the people get tired of that? They want to hear, like, the behind the scenes story. You don't never give no true stories of what's going on behind the scenes. When I caught this case, he ain't never even talked about really with the gun case, other than like what was that song? Walked up in that, he talked about when he went to jail or some shit for the gun or whatever. Stop playing. I ain't with that was on It's Good. You know what I'm saying? When he went at Jay-Z and he said to Beyonce, shit, fuck around with your lady money. But he don't never, and it's like that with Diddy. He just recreated himself while other artists don't, you know? But little did we know what he was doing behind the scenes. That's why I never listened to no Diddy album. But I doubt that he was talking about what he was doing behind the scenes. Shit.
I mean, 50. Diddy would never dare say a word to you. You can't have him beating up your baby moms like this. Nah, no way. She said, I tried to run, but he kicked me and put me in a chokehold. I couldn't breathe. I went to the front door and walked 6 blocks away. He said, how long did you hide over there? I said, 2 hours, and I went back. And I saw him Sean. She says, Sean kicked the guest bedroom in. I was throwing candles at him. I shouted I hated him. He started punching my head and saying all type of things. Saying what? By the way, chat, maybe it's that Chelsea girl. Remember Chelsea? Remember she kept saying something about Chelsea. Diddy and Chelsea. Hold on, I'm gonna find out. Hold on, I got a little sources here. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. Maybe it's Chelsea. How old is Chelsea? Maybe it was one.
Hold up. Hold up. I gotta catch this nigga right here. I just seen this nigga. Fuck it, we're gonna stay on the Diddy. They said this is why nobody pressed Lil Woody. Man, listen, put so much pressure on that nigga. Fuck Lil Woody. Come on, this is why nobody pressed Lil. Man, listen, they won't be able to get nothing out of him. After I get through with him, fuck Woody.
You Google his name, there's a rumor that pops up that he was Diddy's boy toy.
Oh,
right?
wait, so this is...
So Charlamagne said...
It's not true, but I told after he bought up this stuff with you, I said, you know what 50 gonna say when he meets you?
Oh, no, I don't know that was going on.
You know,
I can't wait to run into him again.
What you gonna say to him?
Hope you was playing with your in Miami.
Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are gonna say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him.
Definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you know, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you...
I know you're ready for the inside scoop.
Yeah, Kevin Hart exposed that too. I mean, not Kevin Hart. Fuck, what is his name? It just showing Cat Williams. Said Kevin Hart said he'd never put on a dress, and then 2 weeks later you seen him with a dress on. Look at, man, look at her, so fine.
Because this one's heating up fast. Kevin Hart is seriously stressed out after 50 Cent leaked a video of him with Diddy. Can you believe it? This isn't your usual celebrity gossip, this is major. Kevin looks completely stunned, and Diddy's name is right in the middle of the storm. People's reputations are hanging in the balance, friendships are being put to the test, and fans are soaking it all in. Kevin's probably thinking, how am I going to clear this up? While Diddy's likely going, this is not what I signed up for. One thing's for sure, 50 Cent knew exactly what he was doing when he posted that clip.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close to the bed. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it. You did it.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. You know, shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna...
A video
let's just put
of Kevin Hart with Diddy. Yeah, I remember this, and he was saying, I'm not gonna sit on the bed. I'm not gonna sit on the bed. Nah, this nah, because there was a few individuals, and I
definitely didn't have to. Just don't.
Soaking it all in. Kevin's probably thinking, how am I going to clear this up?
This clickbait.
While Diddy's likely going.
This is clickbait at its finest right here. Hold on, let me go get mine. I'm not going for this one. I'm gonna say, damn, I just seen my recliner part for my chair. Let me put it back a little bit. I can't go for this. I really can't. They saying Kevin Hart was with Diddy, like a video. 50 had it. Nah, no. 50 act like he didn't even know. DJ Envy was telling him, informing him of it, and 50 act like he's like, so how did 50 provide the video then? How 50 provide the video if somebody else got to inform him about? Let's go back. Let's go fucking back. This was clickbait.
What people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him.
Definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you know, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you...
I know you're ready for the inside scoop because this one's heating up celebrity gossip. This is major. Kevin looks completely in. 50 Cent knew exactly what he was doing when he posted that clip.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close to the bed. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it. You did it.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. You know, shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane.
Oh yeah, we all. This. Bro, I'm finna listen. I'm not even finna engage in this tomfoolery. I'm finna let this play the stupid part, and then I'm out of here on this. I gotta trim my mustache down again. It's looking thick. Where my brush? My mustache be so wide, looking like a hey, S.A. Homes, like the loco to meet them. You coming out today? No, Holmes, I'm staying in. That's the American me. Check this out.
Fresh off the guard stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause. But like, check this out. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older.
I think Kevin Hart ain't shit for that. He talking about, oh, man, damn, pause.
I don't want
bro,
to close to the bed at all.
With that, I definitely gotta play the Ray J.
Fresh off the guard stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause. But like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
Yo, what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes. And we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid. Listen.
We having a good time, yo. Your Usher made it in the
This one video has sparked a chain reaction across the celebrity world, and I'm here for all the twists and turns. So grab your popcorn, we're diving straight into this major leak and the wild aftermath. Kevin Hart is clearly...
Bro, why is this so important? Why is this... not important, but how is this like cracking the Da Vinci Code? Bro, it's a stupid ass video of Puff saying some dumb shit that's drunk. It don't matter what Puff says, they always try to tie it into some homosexual shit. Like, Puff don't get no breaks. I noticed that. Bro, he just saying some dumb shit. When Puff drunk, you could tell he say some dumb shit. Like, nothing. I'm not finna be biased about nothing. I'm finna go back to academics. Let academics make some sense of this shit. Okay, that ain't act. What act at? Let's see what they saying anyway. Did I mute it? It's muted for some reason. Let me check. Gotta be on my end. My window closed? That shit was loud. Nah, it wasn't really loud. That's muted up here, okay.
Not physical, even if the threat is emotional, that, by this standard, would be trafficking. That's a husband who could be charged by SDNY or whatever their local U.S. Attorney's Office is for the trafficking of another human.
And to be clear, you could charge a spouse for, say, rape. Consent is not gone away if the person is married to you. But your point is larger, that the idea of not wanting to participate in an activity could be elevated to sexual trafficking without more.
Right, and I'm not saying that it should be,
sure.
and actually I don't think that it is. I don't think that we're meeting the legal standard for coercion here. But what I am saying is, based on the arguments that are being made, that can be carried to every household, and it's not just force or coercion or because I love him. It's money. It's okay, well then leave. It's I won't pay the mortgage. It's I won't pay the kids' tuition. It's I won't pay the car note. It's you better go to work. I work, I pay the bills. You work in this bed. People, unfortunately, women all over this country are living that horrid reality. And yes, it's domestic violence. Yes, it may be rape. Yes, it may be all other manner of assault that is criminal, given whatever the statute is. But does that mean that that husband is a trafficker? Does that mean that if that husband has means, or if all he has...
Man, I like what she's saying. I really do. What she said, like, all women, it's a lot of women going through this stuff in America. And what she's saying is, it's like this spousal abuse, and they using these things as a ploy for you to perform this. I seen one instant like this. Like, this guy, I don't know what he had going on. I just heard whispers. And I used to work at a club, and this guy, he was with this female. He said he got her when she was 16. Now, he had to be every bit of 50. And she still was fucking gorgeous, like, but you could see the age on her a little bit, you know what I mean? But she was fucking gorgeous. And one guy told me this. I remember, one guy said this. Matter of fact, I remember the guy that told me this. Man, I just seen his ass yesterday, and I ain't seen him in a long time. I didn't get a chance to speak with him because the weather out here in Dallas, it was a storm. And I said, let me get my ass home. I stay far away from the city. Like, man, let me take my ass home. I stay at least 30 minutes north of Dallas, the city Dallas. So I said, man, I'm leaving. I'm not finna talk to him. And talking to him has nothing to do with what I'm finna say right now. But I remember him saying this to me. He said, man, I had spoke about that girl, the dude's wife. I said, man, she's so fine, man. And he said, yeah. He's a Mexican guy. He said, yeah, S.A., she's fucking beautiful, fucking gorgeous. I said, man, yeah. I said, man, he said he got her when she was 16. You know what I mean? He bagged her when they was kids. He said, yeah, man. He said, man, I like her, man. I caught them at the club, and he said, my friend. He said he caught his friend at the club, and he was talking about, he seen them at the club, and he said he was talking to them, and his friend had let them know that couple was in the lifestyle, meaning swinger lifestyle. But his friend said that the dude told him this. Now, the Mexican guy I'm talking to, another Mexican guy told him this about the couple. He said the man had told him, it was a black guy that was with a Hispanic female. Now, they in their 50s. And he said, his friend said, man, the guy say, before you do her, you gonna have to do me. Said the black dude said, you gonna have to do me before you fuck my wife. I said, what the fuck? Are you fucking serious? He said, yeah, amigo. That's what my homeboy told me. I said, fuck, man. I said, oh, well, you know, I ain't gonna never have a chance with her. Fuck. Shit, man, but she was gorgeous. She ain't with him no more. And, you know, I seen him after that. He was with a younger broad, but I don't see her no more. His wife, the one that was fucking gorgeous. Like, man, she was, oh my God. But anyway, I said that in conjunction, what she's saying, this lady right here is on this panel saying, like, it's probably a lot of spousal abuse to where men are holding something as a ploy for their women to perform type of acts that they like. You know what I mean? Sexual things in the bedroom, whether it's invite another girl or invite another man. Man, listen, it's all type of things, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, she's saying this, just because they like to enjoy this sexually, does that make them sexual traffickers? I remember I had got with this black female. I seen her, and I approached her at a club, and this shit it didn't blow my mind, but it fucked me up. I'm like, what the fuck? It kind of threw me for a loop, almost turned me off. But while I was, you know, having sex with her, she was on the phone. I'm like, what the fuck she keep fucking with this phone for? She was on the phone telling her husband what I was doing to her. What I was doing. She's like, yeah, he pounding me good. I'm like, what the hell? And I didn't catch on. And she was telling her husband. But it was, you know, at the same time, it's like if they had that open thing, then, you know, that's their thing. But at the same time, I'm gonna say this: like, women, when they get with men, they don't ask. You know, women don't want their man to be with another woman, and vice versa. But at the same, we're just speaking on the women. Women, when you get with a man and you don't want him to be with another woman, what you should ask or inquire about before you decide to, be exclusive with that man, and you don't want him to be with no other women, you should see what it requires from him sexually. What does he like? Because if you don't want him to be with nobody else, you got to see what he likes sexually, what fulfills his sexual appetite. He might like to see you have sex with another man. Is you willing to do that just to have this man exclusively for yourself? To come, for the other amenities that you get while you with this man for, is like, he paying the rent, paying your car note, he makes sure your car utilities and all that is fixed. When you need struts, you need suspension, alignment, is he taking care of all this? And then, because everything has a give and take, it's a pro and con with every situation. It's a give and take. Some individuals, they're not mature enough to understand this terminology. I'm not going to be with nobody that's useless. See, it's accepting when I say that. Y'all can feel that. But if I say, I'm not going to mess with nobody I can't use, then you feel like it's abuse. Now you feel like it's abuse right there. It's abuse. Like, ain't nobody finna use me. Ain't nobody finna use. Bro, we all use each other. If we in a relationship, or meaning it ain't gotta be relationship man and woman, no sexual relationship man and man, girl and girl, lesbians or gays. What I mean is a friendship, relationship, a rapport. If we friends or whatever, if we mess with each other in any form or fashion, we have a rapport. You could use me, I could use you. Ain't nobody gonna mess with nobody that's useless. If you get in this my thing with my friends, you know what I'm saying? I got a few friends. If I catch a flat tire, I know, check this out. Check this motherfucking out. This a great example right here. If I have a car, I own the car. If I decide, this is my thought pattern right here. This is my thought. I just want to take y'all on this right quick. This is my thought when it comes to my vehicle and going out of town. If I decide to take this vehicle instead of a rental, my car, and get out and go out of town, and it happens to break down before I even go and make the decision to go out of town, you know what I'm thinking about before I do that? Who can I call if this car breaks down and I have to leave this car here and work on how to get it back? Who can I call to get me back in town? Fuck the car. The car can stay. Who can I call to get me? Because listen, the car ain't more important than me. That car is not more important than your physical being. Ain't nothing more important than your physical being. I guarantee you that. I can ask you a slew of questions right now and show you that ain't nothing more important than your physical being. I can say, hey, I'm going to give you can get $2 million today. But you got one thing, you know what I'm saying? One thing that you have to accept with this $2 million today. And I'm going to let you know before you accept the $2 million, just in case you don't want to accept it. And you say, okay, what is it? I say, okay, soon as you accept this $2 million, 2 weeks later, you're going to have lupus. You're going to have lupus. And you're going to have a year and a half to live. So you can enjoy this $2 million for a year and a half. But after a year and a half from today, you're going to die. Ain't no fixing it. The money that you got, you can't go to no medical researchers to get you a cure. None of it. This set in stone. Is you still gonna take that $2 million? You gonna say fuck no. You gonna say fuck no. If I say, hey man, I give you $2 million today, but next year, a year from today, your mother is gonna die. If she's still living, your mother gonna die. Would you still take that $2 million? Majority of y'all gonna say fuck no. See, it's circumstances of which we would do things in which they saying this with this puff thing. They saying this with these females. It's like the female that 50 Cent. They saying this with this sap ass nigga 50 Cent. That's what they saying with him. They saying this with his baby mama. You know what I'm saying? That she agreed or she wanted to be in Puff life and enjoy these amenities of being with Puff for it's like him. He said he would pay her rent. Bro, this is fuck all that. This is just a side note, just random, just to get off. What individual can't live off $10,000 a month? If you say, hey, I'm gonna give you $10,000 a month to be with me. 50 Cent wasn't giving no broad nothing. One broad left him because he wouldn't even give her $10,000 to help her with her bills and shit like that. He said, man, one thing about me, I would give my bra. I'm a flourish my bras with gifts, but they can't ask for no money. Soon as you ask for some money, he done with you. He done with you. And this bra had a baby by him, and she end up start messing with Puff, having freak offs with him, and says she can't manage her finances off this $10,000 a month and the child support that she receives for 50 Cent. She didn't even have a job. She won't work. This bitch went and got an apartment and wanted to furnish it with the $10,000 that she get a month. And then she had to get some fucking condo or some pen. I don't know what the fuck it was. But after that, she said once she furnished it, she was just broke. She couldn't even furnish it with the $10,000. What the fuck? Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? You trying to live like you a B-list or A-list actor who can't live off of $10,000 a month? Is you fucking serious? You serious? Bro, they got condos. They downtown in Dallas, downtown. My homie got a condo at the international, the national, not, is it international or the national? I'm pretty sure it's the national. But his rent is 12, is it 12 or 1,000? His rent is $1,000 a month. It used to be 12 when he stayed at the Pacific. These are both high rises downtown, my nigga, not like right off the international. The national is off on Main Street. It's on Main Street. The Pacific is on Pacific Street and like off of Main. So what the fuck was she living on like, you know what I'm saying? She was staying on Malibu, Shoreline Drive. What the fuck, bro? This type of idiot that is on Diddy's trial and they're testifying and kind of getting him in a twist. None of these people were forced into doing none of this stuff. It was a ploy. It was like, okay, you ain't gonna do this, well, I'm gonna cut this off. You ain't gonna be able to live. And a lot of these individuals went and did this stuff. It's like a contract. It's an agreement. You know, it's agreement. It's like going to work. It's like work. What do you get paid for at work? For a service. You're getting paid to show up and do this job. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It don't take rocket scientists to come and they give you training even if you're not skilled or don't have no experience in that. If they take you on to this job, whether it's forklifting, retail, you know what I mean, a cashier, you gonna get some training. If they if they need you or they want you, they like you, that you know you're charismatic or you're courteous to people, you know, or just a team worker. They feel like you're a good blend. They're gonna give you that training. Forklifting, cherry pick, whatever, construction, labor, and you're getting paid for a service, just like them. Instead of him paying them for this, he wrote up a contract and say, hey, okay, I'm gonna pay your rent this much monthly. You know what I mean? For you to show up when I had these parties or whatever, whenever I call on you. I might not call you all the time. You know what I mean? I might call you a few times out the year when I had these parties or whatever, a few times out the year. And it's gonna be 3 days on end, whatever. it's like being paid for a service. So how is you know, I've been off the Diddy little run for a minute, but when you really breaks it down and get to the gist of it, where's the sex trafficking? These things were an agreement, but she said that she did. It's still not sex trafficking. Sex trafficking is moving people from a certain place to another place against their will to perform sexual acts. That's sex trafficking. That's sex trafficking, man. When you break down all this and dissect it piece by piece, it's all bullshit. I haven't been here, but every time I tune in, I don't hear no sex trafficking. I don't. Just because people get together and organize a sex party, that's not sex trafficking. Who was there against their will? They trying to make like they did these things against their will, but they was being compensated in this way, and they say, hey, I really didn't want to do it. Well, what the fuck you keep taking this guy money? Why you want this part? It's like me having a job. I want the check, but I don't want to show up to work. But we made an agreement when I signed up, you know what I'm saying? When I did the orientation, when I signed on to be here, do this service. But then once after I sign and show up a couple times, I say, hey man, I really don't want to do this, but I still want the money. It don't work like that. Like, where they do that at? Where the fuck you come up with this at? And we all, and just to be real with you, we all just here enjoying the show. It's just a shit show, and we all here just enjoying the ride. Just, you know, coming up with all type of stupid ass commentary, dumb ass comments, and you know, pointing the finger. Oh, he did this, she did that, and it's exposing everybody mess stuff out their closet, and people are riding a coattail, trolling, coming up with dumb shit every day. And in light of that, from this, I'm gonna move on to Ray J. If I end this live, let me see how long I've been on. Yeah, I'm gonna end this live, and we're gonna go on to Ray J, because I feel like he just trolling and saying dumb shit just to get some type of, you know, algorithm going, some views, yeah.
And some land that, because he has some sort of means, that it's now trafficking because he uses it. If they bring drugs in the house,
Let's see.
is criminal, given whatever the statute is. But does that mean that that husband is a trafficker? Does that mean that if that husband has means, or if all he has is 2 pickup trucks and some land, that because he has some sort of means, that it's now trafficking because he uses it? If they bring drugs in the house, I mean, all of these things are actually happening, not just with this one case, but all over this country and all over the world. So my concern is that this prosecution is stretching because they couldn't get what they should have been able to get, maybe because the time expired. They're stretching to get what they think they can.
I want to hear you reacting quickly, both of you.
I like that. I like that. Let me make sure I heard that clearly, because they moving to get what they can. That's the only reason they moving.
Case, but all over this country and all over the world. So my concern is that this prosecution is stretching because they couldn't get what they should have been able to get, maybe because the time expired. They're stretching to get what they think they can.
I want to hear you reacting quickly, both of you.
Well, I was struck more by some of the details. I mean, for example, she asked if
I thought they were saying something different.
Didn't want to have sex with, would at least use condoms, and he said no. I think
at times he said yes.
At times he said no, but I mean, she got UTIs. She became sick, and because of this, and I think it shows the jury that he thought so little of her that he wouldn't even take care of her health. That his pleasure was more important than her health, and I think that will go a long way with the jury.
Jim?
Well, look, I think there's something to the points that were made about, you know, how expansive the human trafficking definition may be to these prosecutors. That's going to be an issue for jury instructions and for the jury determinations. They're the ones that are going to have to decide, has the state met its burden, the government met.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not
unnatural allegiance.
Man, hold on.
$5,000 a month, and that's high. That's.
We gotta back it up.
Ooh, so remember the mutual friends who were rappers.
What?
I was exhausted. I just sat there. Sean said, let's put some. Wow. So after the FaceTime, what? So yeah, I went into the shower to cool off. Who was with you? Sean. I had a black eye foreman and welts. How were you in the shower? Naked. Sean was in his pants. He slapped me. I fell to the ground. Then what? I was exhausted. I just sat there. Sean said, let's put some ice on it. Put an outfit on. I said, an outfit? He says, yes, lingerie and heels. Sean was using my phone to play pornography. He texts Anton on my phone. My phone was screen mirrored to the TV. Sean texted, hey, what are you doing? Sean scrolled up and saw Anton's message about our mutual friends. Ooh, so remember the mutual friends who were rappers. You said what? Sean texted, how are you doing? Then he scrolled up, he saw Anton's message about mutual friends. He asked me how the mutual friends were. I said I didn't know. He said, why did you lie? We were on a break. I didn't need to say it. Anton showed up. I moved my hair that my injuries couldn't be seen and used makeup like Sean said. I greeted Anton and tried to be polite, asked him how his day was. Sean was giving me this evil stare. Sean said, I need to talk to you. We went into the guest bedroom. So what happened there? Said he wanted to know about the mutual friend. I told him I went to Vegas with this rapper and his girlfriend. I saw Anton having sex with another woman. What did Sean say? He said, do you have this porn star having something over me? Jane said, oh no, yeah. He said, did you take drugs? Jane says, yes. Right around that time, Sean told me, take this fucking pill. You're not gonna ruin my fucking night. Go out there and suck his dick. Holy shit. I did not want to. What did he say? He says.
Why this nigga so animated?
Jane said, oh no, yeah. He said, did you take drugs? Jane says, yes. Right around that time, Sean told me, take this fucking pill. You're not gonna ruin my fucking night. Go out there and suck his dick. Holy shit. I did not want to. What did he say? He says, is this coercion? What? That's odd. What happened to the pill? I took it. I gave Anton some head. Pause. I felt sick. I was like,
why he say pause, man? This nigga is fucking ignorant, man. I can't stand this nigga academics.
Even my own body, I felt sick. I felt disgusted. I felt terrible. How did it end? When Anton finished, I excused him and tried to put on a good face. Damn, so this probably constitutes makeup sex for Diddy. Diddy beat your ass and you gotta fuck another nigga. Holy shit. All right. This nigga Anton was getting all the pussy, right? Jesus Christ. All right. This is crazy shit, man.
We go have dates. We friends.
Okay.
We go to exotic locations. We have great times. We go to strip clubs, church.
Church.
I'm gonna take you to church.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, like, what you like about me?
That bitch dead.
People be like, she ain't his type. He wouldn't talk to her. So, what is it about me that you like about me? Like, why you fucking with a city girl?
I mean, cause you authentic.
That's a good question.
You're like one of the realest people I ever met. You know what I'm saying? And you're authentic.
Trying to put a case on me. Talking about calling the police on me. I ain't did shit to this bitch. I don't even know this bitch. Who was I getting into it with the bitch? I'm finna call the police. I don't know. Who gives a fuck? The bitch dead now. The bitch dead now. Bitch. R.I.P. bitch. What that nigga say? Put their ass in the dirt. Damn. Fucking bitch.
You know, a great friend. We just have a good time, you know? We
Is
have a
that
good
fun?
time. Yeah, you the funnest. You the funnest. Young Miami. Woo! But then also then you Carisha, and then so, you know.
So who Carisha is?
Carisha, I get advice from Carisha. You know what I'm saying? Carisha tell me like, yo, don't be in your head, and you know, you're just a good friend. Everybody that's a friend of yours will tell you like that you're a great friend.
Do you consider yourself toxic? Because you call yourself love. So do you consider yourself toxic? Like, would you say you toxic?
Yeah, I would say that it gets toxic. I'm not trying to be toxic. Though.
But are you toxic?
Get this sometime.
Yeah.
Shout out to Academics. Got the Death Row hoodie on. I don't know what insignia on the front of it, but he definitely got a Death Row hoodie on.
Yeah. I think like at times, but I'm not trying to like give that, you know.
So, like, what was our first date? And can you talk about how we met?
I want to hear about the freak off.
What?
Oh, they met on the freak off. Look, what? You want me to talk about that?
Our first date, I was supposed to take you surfing.
I remember that. It was after the BET Awards.
Yeah.
And I ain't come.
Nah.
I was like, I can't go surfing with my wig. I was not about to mess up my wig, and it was blonde. Hell nah. I was like, nope.
And then we went to Love Island.
Love Island was lit.
Yeah.
That's my favorite island. I want to go back.
Yeah.
You can take back.
Yeah, take you back. No problem.
Love that. Are you a cheater?
No, I used to be a cheater. I'm not a cheater no more.
Used to be.
I'm a truth teller now.
He have it up front now. Bro, he doing it up front. He let you know, listen, it's all group, sexual, it's all out front. That's why he got to move in a certain way. He realized I ain't got to move like that. I ain't got to move like that. This how I'm moving. Either you move to this tune or you find some other nigga to groove to.
Love that. Are you a cheater?
No, I used to be a cheater. I'm not a cheater no more.
Used to be.
I'm a truth teller now.
You an honest man.
Honest. I'm gonna give it to you honest. I ain't trying to be lying, ducking, hiding, hurting nobody's feelings. None of that.
I feel like you single, but we go together. So how would you feel about me telling people that I'm single because we go together? I'm not laughing.
Yeah. Hold on.
It ain't no hold on.
We go together now?
Real bad.
Whatever you say.
I like that.
What's the difference between Young Miami and Carisha? Do people ask you that all the time?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Because people know Carisha, but they just think. So that's the difference between Young Miami and Carisha. So we gonna play this or that.
Okay.
Missionary or doggy style?
Missionary. I like to look in the eyes. I like eye contact.
Of course he like eye contact. He's not even fucking at all. He's jerking off.
Very.
He said, of course he like eye contact.
Missionary or doggy style?
Missionary. I like to look in the eyes. I like eye contact.
Of course he like eye contact because he's not even fucking at all. He's jerking off.
Very passionate.
Panties or a thong?
Thong.
What?
You talking about thongs on the dudes?
This nigga Academic crazy. He say he thongs on the dude. Listen to Academics, man. Just listen to him. I'm playing this just so y'all can listen to him.
Chinese food or American? I like collard greens, macaroni, chicken lo mein.
Okay.
To eat.
Bro, I still never had lo mein. I don't know why I never just got lo mein. I'm one person that just stick to the same thing. Like, okay, it's like Arizona tea. I haven't drunk it for years. Been a few years, probably 2 or 3. But when I see it, if I was to ever drink it, I would drink the same flavors I would drink that I drunk before. Almost passed up. They got a new flavor out, and me and my homie seen it. I'm like, bro, I used to drink the shit out of them. You know what I mean? And he like, you want this one? I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah. He like, I'm gonna try and see how it is. And he was like, you sure you don't want to just try it? I'm like, cause I seen I was telling him, we was discussing the flavors, and I was talking about the energy flavor. He had no idea which one I was talking about. I was trying to describe the bottle to him. But they came out with a new, I don't know how new it is, but I haven't drunk it. But I'm a person that, just speaking on the low main thing, I haven't tried the low main. I've never tried low main. This say Frost Chill Sickle. I've never tried this one. I've never even seen this one before. So I got it. Like, he was like, man, you ain't gonna get it to try it? I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna try it. So I got it just to try it. But I'm a person, man, like that low main comment. I've never tried lo mein. I still need to try it. And people be saying like lo mein so good. It's noodles. I like noodles, but I love fried rice. I love fried rice. Okay. Oh man, was that like that the whole time? I hope that wasn't like that the whole time.
Restaurant, you don't know what to order. Like, yeah,
Sushi.
and I'm gonna use my chopsticks.
Yeah,
Real classy.
that's right.
Anyway, this what got them other girls jealous. Watch this.
Hold on. He's saying this what got them other girls jealous. I feel like what was they? I want to say it's some award show or whatever. Like 50 did the Vivica Fox thing. That's what Miami did. Young Miami did to P. Diddy. She called him out, basically acknowledged him, something, and Diddy turned her up. He turned her all the way up. Like, she got the show. He turned her up, man. And I think that's what got these other the other motherfuckers bitter about it. Well, Cassie, I would say personally. What is this?
You got her a Maybach.
See, he's saying she got her a Maybach. Hold on.
Diddy got her a Maybach.
See?
Anyway.
See, I just want to make sure I rewind.
This what got them other girls jealous. Watch this.
Make sure he was talking about her, Miami.
Diddy got her a Maybach.
What do you say? AK, that's simp. I'm in the comments now. AK, that's simp behavior. What are you talking about?
Look, he was dropping the bag on her too. Look.
Rocking out Chanel.
Bitch twerking in the fucking.
But it was her personality. You see how she was just nothing. I feel like that's why Diddy. She was like kind of reinventing him. She was helping his image. She was pushing Diddy. Like, she was one of them. What's that meme with fucking Lotto? I think my man, you know how I got all them girls saying they man or whatever. That's what Miami was pushing. She was pushing the agenda, my man. She wasn't stepping out and saying like, I represent myself. She was saying I represent me and P. Diddy. That's what like got her turned up. She kept representing that nigga whenever she would have a public appearance. She was representing him and her. Like, when you seen Young Miami, you seen Diddy. Even though Diddy probably wasn't even there, you seen her in the same light. She was a representation of that nigga. He didn't even have to be out in the public. If she was out, it was like you seen Diddy. Because she was representing that nigga to the fullest. That's one thing I give her kudos to. Like, I give her big ups to. She knew how to get that nigga to put the bag on her. And it was like, give me the ball. Like in the game. Like, coach, put me in. P. Diddy, the coach, diss his team. Put me in, coach. Watch me work. She got the bag and just running with that bitch. She got the ball, running, doing her thing, showing out on every play.
Got 50 bands in her hand. Diddy looking there like an old trick. All the other girls is thinking, man, I ain't never get. The only thing I ever got was a bunch of dangalangs hitting me in the fucking head all night. Look, yeah, he was tricking the shit.
He don't get it.
Yeah.
She was representing.
Look.
Loves Carisha, aka Young Miami, because he bought her this Maybach, and she looks so happy, living as a rich girl should. When she posted these pictures, all I heard in my mind was, "Where the bag at? Where the?"
Yo, listen, my boy Diddy should have learned from Future. You buy one of your bitches APs, they all gotta get APs. For real, you can't just buy.
Facts, big facts, bro. If you gonna spend on one of your bras, all of them supposed to get the same thing. They all supposed to be turned up. Now that would have made the niggas hating ass niggas would have looked at Diddy like a simp. But that nigga got it. Fuck what them niggas got to say. That's some bullshit, nigga. If you'd have turned all your bitches up all at the same time, bro, that's bullshit, man. That's what Hugh Hefner did. He was turning his hoes up, nigga. Bro, a pimp is the same thing. They going to get the bag. He basically managing, turn them up. We all represent each other. You represent me, I represent y'all.
I wanted them AP. Unless you're gonna tell him that's the main and y'all the size. You heard what that nigga Future said. If she don't got an AP, she's not mine. Diddy was treating one of his concubines a little bit too good.
The bag.
He said he's treating one of them too good. Hey, nah, no lie. He supposed to turn them all up. Man, listen, turn them all up. Not all, not A-L-L. I'm talking about M-A-L-L. Turn them all up. Bro, the Maybachs, it's supposed to be a fleet of them. I'd have put a fleet of Maybachs right there. Brought all my bras same time on a private jet, flew them to Miami, Yup. Had a thing of keys all on there and unleashed them motherfuckers and they all just fall off. I pick them all off. This your key, this your key, this your key. Yeah. And have a fleet of them. We finna go to the penthouse. I have a motherfucking one building, a penthouse, right? And they all stay on different floors. These all my whores. So when I come in, I ain't got to go across town and none of that. They all right here on the same motherfucking building on different floors. That nigga did that shit wrong.
And Carisha, my dear,
and
you have found it. I am wishing you lots of love, joy, and happiness heading into this upcoming Christmas season, and we look forward to...
Yo, trust me, this eats a chick up on social media. Eats her up. When she see the other girl do... All right, let's get some more tweets popping in. Act bad, act bad, act bad, act bad. She said she felt terrible. How'd it end? When Anton nutted on her, she excused him and tried to put on a good face. She said Sean called me a whore. After he left, he sent his security with money for Anton. What the fuck?
10 to 12.
He paid Anton $10,000 to $12,000
in cash.
See,
for Anton.
This is DeLeon money. Diddy. Remember, Diddy was paying between $7,000 and $2,500. Now he's paying $10,000 to $12,000 for one sexual.
What did he say?
Diddy.
Hold on, let's
on a good face. She said she felt terrible. How'd it end? When Anton nutted on her, she excused him and tried to put on a good face. She said Sean called me a whore. After he left, he sent his security with money for Anton.
To me for
what
Anton.
What the fuck? He paid Anton $10,000 to $12,000. See, this is DeLeon money. Diddy. Remember, Diddy was paying between $7,000 and $2,500. Now he's paying $10,000 to $12,000 for one sexual experience. Wow. And he paid for the 4 damaged doors. What did you do in part with the money? Oh, he said I Ubered $3,000 to $4,000. Okay, so she only gave Anton $3,000 to $4,000. She kept the other $8,000 to fix the doors in. You know, Shorty got to keep some for herself. I get it. But Diddy was paying out a bag, huh?
What? Oh, insult to her. Why you skip past that?
Wow.
Hold on, we finna get back
Be
on
you,
that.
ma.
Oh, he went back to it. You finna read it or not?
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, I backed it up. He stopped. Okay. He didn't go back to it. Jane said after Diddy Combs assaulted her, yeah, he said assaulted, they went back into the master bedroom and she used Combs' phone to call the girl she assumed he was with on his, I can't see what that said, family trip. Jane said she asked the girl if she was on the trip. The girl started insulting her while the call was on speakerphone. Sean was holding me down and making me listen to her insults. Jane testified. What the fuck is going on? It's a Jane said she yelled out that Combs was beating her and he immediately hung up the phone. She testified. Later, Combs FaceTimed one of the assistants and told him to tell Jane that there wasn't a girl on the trip. Jane testified that she was in the corner of the room and Combs was standing right in front of her. At some point after that, Jane went to the shower to cool off. When she looked in the mirror, she noticed 2 golf ball size welts on her forehead and a black eye forming. Combs got in the shower too, but was still wearing clothes standing out of the water. Jane testified that she told Combs she hated him. Ah, come on. I can't see that shit. Let's see if he moved it up. Okay, he moved it up. Combs slapped her 3 times in the face, eventually knocking her off balance to the ground. Jane testified Combs was then using her phone to watch pornography. Well, yeah, we know. The phone was screen mirrored to the TV. Oh, they went through this. So she could see he was texting an entertainer they'd used before, Aston, to see if he could come over. Okay.
Wow.
Hey, be you, ma. That's all you gotta do.
You like nasty or classy?
I ain't gonna lie, I'll take nasty over classy. I ain't even gonna lie. I'd rather not be bored, you know what I'm saying?
That nigga, he's a female, fool. Real man, they're sitting boredom, like, and just, yeah. We don't need a whole bunch of excitement and none of that.
We can go get some classy classes or some shit like that, but you know, I ain't the classiest myself at times. You know what I'm saying? I just like being real. You know, that's it. That's the vibe. That's the frequency. So whenever we hang out, we have a good time because we just like being ourselves. And when you said like, you know, it's hard for people to believe like our friendship. I don't understand it because I'm like, you like to have a good time. I like to have a good time.
That's why she
like
turned
Miami
up.
or Carisha? If you had to pick, which one you like?
Carisha.
Oh, Carisha do the freako.
Carisha, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I really know you as the person. You know what I'm saying? I'm to be honest, like you know, what I mean, I knew you before, you know, as Young Miami, but when you introduce yourself.
Do y'all think that Jane Doe, aka Gina, not Gina, why I keep saying Gina, aka Daphne Joy, is snaking Diddy right now? She's describing how Diddy viciously beat her and assaulted her But she also said her lawyer for today, Diddy also paid for. Diddy has been incarcerated for 7 to 8 months.
Hold on. Why would she need a lawyer if Diddy the one on trial? That ain't making sense right there. That ain't making sense at all. If she on trial, if Diddy on trial, why the fuck would she need a lawyer?
Seven to 8 months Diddy's been incarcerated. Yet he's been still paying her rent, $10,000 a month. He got her a lawyer. Even the lawyer that showed up here, he's paying for it. Diddy has been paying for everything consistently. And I have to assume he was expecting a little bit of loyalty with that. He was expecting a little bit of loyalty with that. But once again, this is another woman who got the bag, and when they got the bag, they're trying to send him to jail. Cassie did it first. Cassie got the $10 or $20 million, and she's trying to send that nigga to jail.
I smell chicken.
Daphne, she's doing the same thing. Except she was there and played like, remember she said she read the Cassie lawsuit. She said the shit hit home so crazy, she fainted. Dropped out. She fainted. She said to him, this reminded me a lot of what I was doing. What we doing now? Yet, she stuck around, allowed Diddy to keep paying the rent. Diddy said, I'm gonna get you a lawyer. She keeps doing freak offs with Diddy. And now she's finally coming out. Really?
It's up to me. You said Carisha, and then, so I've known you more like that. I mean, my first show that I saw you at was Coachella, you know?
You made me nervous. You was right there in front rapping all my songs. I'm like, how the fuck you know that song?
The support, you know?
So, the people want to know.
Yeah, also, it's what they want to know.
Are you a 100K Poppy?
Yes, that's me.
Okay.
That's me.
You dropping 100K?
250.
On a shopping spree?
250.
Oh, can you bet?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I have a theory, chat. Y'all tell me my theories are wrong. One in the chat if you say not, I think you're.
She pushing that agenda, pushing for him to be like, you know, these. But I ain't gonna cap, cause I done seen, and they ain't no rappers. I know individuals. They got bread, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say they on a smaller scale than Diddy in compared